Untangle all of this in terms of culture and entertainment and politics. Morgan Thompson, J.D. Hayworth, and our right-thinking man out west, the Newsmax insider James Hirsen, who is the contributor with the Left Coast Report. So, James, Raven was just echoing the sentiment of Theodore Roosevelt back in the last century, but man, did she catch some grief over that. Why does Hollywood react to all of these things in such a manner?
Well, we live in a time of intense political correctness, hyper political correctness. And if you vary in any way from this litany of regulations, they're imposed societally by the culture, by particularly the bubble that is Hollywood, then you get castigated on the social media. And there's certain taboos. I mean, there's things that you're not even free to float without having a reaction that is a powerful negative reaction. So it's unfortunate because it quells expression, it stops creativity. It's the very thing that Hollywood purports to stand for, particularly when people are trying to come up with new ideas. They want to brainstorm, they want to be able to be free to come up with things that are different. And if we have this kind of political correct imposition, it gets in the way of creativity.
Now, we also want to talk about the Stephen Collins scandal. An audio tape of him surfaced this week in which he admits during a therapy session to his ex-wife of child molestation. Of course, he's known for his family-friendly shows and contents. What is your response to this? How's Hollywood been reacting to this?
Well, I mean, it's very predictable. This is, the ultimate radioactive allegation. We're talking about child molestation here. And so the allegation alone has caused the industry to react, pulling all of the episodes of Seventh Heaven that Stephen Collins appeared in, canceling a movie that he was doing, and he has become an instantaneous pariah based on allegations. Of course, in the United States, we believe in the presumption of innocence, and this was a private conversation that is privileged under the law. It was a therapy session, and so it appears that it's possible that this is part of a domestic dispute, and if the allegations are true, it's a terrible tragedy because Seventh Heaven was one of those rare programs that had beautiful, edifying values. And unfortunately, Stephen Collins' role was a pastor. And so this is if it's true, it's devastating for his career, but it's also devastating for the culture to lose basically a contribution like that.
You're an attorney by training. You touched on the legality of this recording. Apparently, his ex-wife made it in a therapy session without his knowledge. Is that legal in California? 30 seconds.
Well, we just saw that same kind of scenario with Clippers owner Donald Sterling. And technically, of course, that's an illicit taping, and it certainly would not be admitted in a court of law, but unfortunately it is admitted in a court of public opinion. And because the allegation is so serious, it did the damage. And if that was the tactic that was used, the tactic unfortunately has worked. And so my prayers go out to their family, and
it is a very troubling story.
Contrition.
We will have to call it right there. Thank you so much, James Hirsen. We'll be right back.